Well, Paul, delighted after Saturday to get 3 points on the board.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it? We've just seen a great game of football there, two good sides. I thought first half we were the better team and had a great chance to go 2-0 up just after half time, and then haven't responded, and I thought bombarded us really for the last half an hour of the game. And I've just seen a goalkeeper make 6, 7, 8 miraculous saves really, and they'll feel very disappointed they haven't come away at least with something, if not won the game. And I'm not going to hide from that. I thought that they were excellent for half an hour, and we struggled to cope with the pace and a good delivery they put in as well.
He just looked as though he wasn't going to be beaten, didn't he?
It's just incredible. I can imagine Sean and Lee got a lot of time for and know them as friends, I think, and I know how disappointed they'll be, because if I was on the other foot, not quite as bad on Saturday, but I felt we had 8 chances Saturday and scored 1. And my keeper tonight has put in just an amazing performance.
First half goal coming from Jesse Reindorf, first touch after coming on. But what's the news on Marvin? Didn't look that good.
No, it didn't look good, did it? He said to me after 10 minutes, I didn't know, but he said he felt his Achilles again after 10 minutes. And when he went to accelerate down the wing against someone I think he'd normally, to be fair, outpace, he couldn't do it. And it's not. Yeah, that's the bit of bad news tonight.
But coming on, so scoring with his first touch, Jesse. Doing himself no harm.
Yeah, but to be fair, he was unlucky not to start. Jamie Taylor and Marvin were picked for the Maidenhead game. Jamie's mum obviously suffered an illness, which meant he got to the game late, and I started with Jesse and I thought he did very well. Jesse's game was mixed again on Saturday, the same tonight. You see some brilliant stuff, some great running, and then you see a miss from 2 yards out, and then you see him go and miss hit the ball, which almost puts them in for the best pass of the night. So, as I said, we've got to be realistic where Jesse is in terms of the games he's played in his lifetime so far. But he's a handful, and I do know that at this level, then he's going to get goals and he'll cause people problems.
And then back to the wall towards the end, some good goalkeeping, some fairly stout defending as well, some good headers getting in.
I'm not overly impressed with the defending in the last 15-20 minutes. I mean, you're talking. I've got Lewis, John, Matty, and Cloughie there. What the problem was what was in front of them. I thought the midfield went missing for 15-20 minutes, and that's what we were just having a conversation with there. It's not difficult to pick a man up, but we decided to just do our own thing a little bit. And when you're under the cosh and you've got to defend, you've got to pick the second balls up. But more importantly, we just smashed it, and that's not us. And we weren't good enough tonight to keep the ball. So not going to gloss over that. There was a few concerning things that we weren't very good at. But football's a funny way. I felt disappointed Saturday not to get any points with the performance tonight. I thought first half we were good, second half we got battered, and we were lucky to come away with 3.
And just towards the end, bringing Jamie Taylor off as a striker and putting a defender on, I think was indicative of the way the game was going.
I just had to stop the flow if I could, but that didn't stop the flow either. They were still putting big diagonal balls from the keeper into the box. I'm not knocking it. It was route 1, and we weren't able to cope with it. And even with Lewis, John, and Charlie Clough, and Matt Lockwood, Roddick, and Evans. We still struggled, so I thought Dammy come on and gave us again a bit of legs and nearly scored. We felt with the amount of pressure they had that we could break at any point and score the second. And we had 2 or 3 little opportunities, but I'll go home tonight thinking I'm a lucky manager.
I'm pleased to be able to use Luke Ruddick tonight.
Yeah, listen, we haven't said too much about it, Tony, but I've had a terrible pre-season. Luke Ruddick's wasn't really 100% fit to start tonight, but we asked him to. I wanted to get Lockwood in with a bit of experience as a left-sided defender and get Cloughie back to where he wants to play. I look across my shoulder, I've got Dale Binns still out, I've got Callum Hart still out, and they're 2 big players. Will Spetch is still out, and that's 3 left-sided players, left-sided defensive players. And I've got Alan Julian, my keeper, out. Now, any team at this level struggles to have 4 of their best players out, and that's where we're at.
And hoping some of them might be fit for the bank holiday.
The way that it's working is that certainly Callum Hart's getting towards it. Luke's proved his fitness tonight, which is great. The big loss to me is going to be Marvin Williams, because it does look as though Marvin's back to having a 2 or 3 week layoff minimum, and then we don't know from now. Achilles are such difficult injuries to judge.
It's strange to have 10 days without a game now. So early in the
season.
season.
My view on it. I think the league should never have taken Lowestoft out of the league. I think that was poor on their part. We should have had a game. We should have been going to Lowestoft, or they should have been coming to us. So we've got no momentum now. But I've got to think that I'm quite lucky to have 3 points from 2 games, because it could have been none after tonight. So I'll reflect on that. It means we can do 10 days of work with the players. We can get the injured players back as well. Binsey won't be far away. Callum Hart will be back. And Specchi, you know, even he's started to do some heavy work now. So it is beginning to ease up a bit. But in saying that, it's up to the 11, 13 that we've had fit, you know, to put a shift in. And, you know, we were disappointed Saturday. And we're very, very pleased tonight for the result, for 3 points. Because no one's going to look back at this in a few months and remember what the last half an hour is like. They'll just see the result, and that's all that matters at the minute.